Hi guys, David here with another Btekt. Today I've got a quick side-by-side comparison for you, and this time it's the Mate 20X versus the Mate 20 Pro. Now we know that these two are quite similar, but there's quite a few key differences, so this is a very quick video just to highlight the main differences between the two to help you decide which one you want to spend your hard-earned cash on. Before we get into it, I want to say a big thank you to Direct Mobiles. Over 24 years of award-winning customer service, they also have comparison tools to make sure that you're getting the right phone. Check down in the video description below for a link to their deals, or search directmobiles.co.uk. The Mate 20X will set you back around about £800, and it's just over £1,000 for the Mate 20 Pro. So that's a significant difference, enough even to buy yourself a Huawei GT watch to go with it. So if you think you want a Mate 20 Pro, keep watching, because the Mate 20X could be for you. Now if you really don't like big phones, then it's a no-brainer. You really don't want to get the Mate 20X because it's literally the biggest phone I've ever used. 7.2 inch screen on the Mate 20X versus a 6.2 inch screen on the Pro. The aspect ratio is slightly different as well. The 18.5:9 ratio on the Mate 20X means that it feels wider in the hand, and it actually makes it great for watching content and playing games on. It's a lower resolution OLED display than the one that you get with the Mate 20 Pro. It's 1080 by 2244 on the X versus 1440 by 3120 on the Pro. It's quite a big difference in resolution, but the screen is not too shabby on the Mate 20X. And not having the curved edges does make it easier to navigate as you have to slide in from the sides to go back. You get the smaller dewdrop style notch with the Mate 20X. Compared to the Pro, this has a less sophisticated face unlocking system. However, it really doesn't matter to the end user. It's secure enough. I'm sure the Mate 20X is probably a little bit slower than the Pro, but we're probably talking milliseconds here. One big difference is the position of the fingerprint scanner. The Mate 20 Pro has it beneath the OLED display, whilst the Mate 20X has it on the back. As far as I can tell, there's no advantage to having it in the display. It's much slower than the super rapid fingerprint scanner that's on the back, and I find it's not too great at recognizing my fingerprint anyway. No matter how many times I try and re-register my fingerprint, it always seems to fail 2 or 3 times and then maybe let me in on the third occasion, but most of the time I find myself just having to put my pin in or use the face unlock. Give it a year or two and they'll be just as quick, but it has to be said that the in-display fingerprint scanner on the Mate 20 Pro is nowhere near as good as the one that's on the OnePlus 6T. When it works, it looks really cool and it actually feels quite satisfying, but you can't beat the one that's in the Mate 20X, especially as you can use that fingerprint scanner for other things, like revealing the notifications tray. Most of the hardware is the same on both devices. They both have the Kirin 980 chip powering them, and they both have 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. The battery inside the Mate 20X is a 5000 mAh unit. This is compared to the 4200 mAh battery that's inside the Mate 20 Pro. I don't think it's worth going on about which one has a bigger battery, because they're both huge and they both easily last well over a day. In fact, the biggest problem that I've had with both of these phones is that because the battery lasts so long, I just forget to charge it and then inevitably end up running out of power. There's no difference in the camera system, you'll be glad to hear. They both have the exact same Leica Matrix triple camera system that's arguably the best camera system on a phone at the moment. The sound is different though. The Mate 20X being much larger definitely has more powerful speakers inside, which is great because for me, the speaker being inside the USB port on the Mate 20 Pro does make it fairly quiet when compared to its rivals, especially this thing. The extra size also means that Huawei had enough room to keep the headphone jack, which I'm pretty sure on its own is enough to seal the deal for some people. The truth is that anybody that's coming to any of these two phones from a phone that's around about 2 years old, which most people probably will absolutely love whichever one they get. But this is an expensive purchase, so you should really take your time and think about which one is going to work best for you. For some people it'll be easy. The size of the Mate 20X will put a lot of people off because it really is massive. But if you're not too shy of a big phone, then you really should consider the cheaper Mate 20X. Thanks for watching guys. I really do hope this video helps if you decide to buy one of these phones. If it did, then please hit the subscribe button, double tap notifications and smash the like button for me. I'm David and this is Btekt.